So there's this dude who's a super plumber. And he's going on another adventure, this time with his brother, his girlfriend, and some random nobody. Actually, this isn't Mario's second game. His actual second game was deemed to be too hard for us dumb Americans. This was a reskin of a completely different, unrelated game. Yeah, you see, I'm well aware of that. It's just, this game's funner. For those of you unaware, the Super Mario Bros. 2 we got in America is not actually the Super Mario Bros. 2 of Japan. The original Super Mario Bros. 2 was a torture simulator designed to masquerade as a Mario game. It didn't really add much more from the existing Super Mario Bros. It was just much, much harder. When the original Super Mario Bros. 2 arrived in North America, it made Howard Phillips, who was the guy in charge of testing all imports from Nintendo of Japan for the American audience, question why Shigeru Miyamoto would design such a painful game. Fearing that the original Super Mario Bros. 2 would damage Mario's reputation in the West, they opted to take a different game from Japan and give it a makeover to make it look like a Super Mario game. The game they chose was named Yumi Koji Doki Doki Panic, and ironically enough, this game actually started as the prototype for Super Mario Bros. 2, but that's way too complicated to get into. Now, you might be thinking, they should have just released the original anyways. Worst case scenario is that people don't like it, right? Why bother going through all of this hassle? You see, the video game market of the late 1980s is a lot different than it is nowadays in the year 20XX. They were just recovering from the video game crash of 1983, which is something I should make a video on. Super Mario Bros., with its success and beginner friendly gameplay, is widely credited with ending the crash and bringing back consumer confidence in the fledgling video game market. So now put yourself in the shoes of an executive of Nintendo of America in 1988. Are you really going to gamble the success of not only your company, but the entire industry you are a part of on a game that's a glorified level pack that is more likely to harm than help your current golden goose? Yeah, I don't blame them in the slightest for swapping out the game. So, you might be wondering, does this mean that this game doesn't connect to the rest of the Mario series? Actually, it has more connections to the modern series than Japan's Super Mario Bros. 2. There are several series staples enemies that got their debut in this game. There are also some character quirks that started in this game that are still present to this day. Actually, the first game to have Luigi's longer jump is I don't care! Yeah, so for the most part, I'm just going to ignore Doki Doki Panic and treat Super Mario Bros. 2 as its own game. I might make a video going over the difference later, don't hold me to that. Anyways, now that we're done with that totally necessary tangent, let's get back to the game. When you start up the game, it gives you the background to the adventure. The story states when Mario opened a door after climbing a long stair in his dream, another world spread before him, and he heard a voice call for help to be freed from a spell. After awakening, Mario went to a cave nearby, and to his surprise, he saw exactly what he saw in his dream. So, not trying to spoil anything right at the beginning, but since it's pretty well known anyways, Super Mario Bros. 2 takes place in a dream of Mario's. This is supposed to be a big reveal at the end, but when I read this text box, it confused me. It seems to be implying that we are not in a dream, but in a dreamlike world that can be found in a cave. So, what's going on here? Well, let's check to see if the manual has any more information. Ooh, yeah, it's got a bit more info. Bear with me, folks, this is going to take a while. One evening, Mario had a strange dream. He dreamt of a long, long stairway leading up to a door. As soon as the door opened, he was confronted with a world he had never seen before, spreading out as far as his eyes could see. When he strained his ears to listen, he heard a faint voice saying, "Welcome to Subcon, the land of dreams." Oh, wait, I thought that was Dreamland. Different series, I suppose. We have been cursed by Wart, and we are completely under his evil spell. Who is Wart? Well, Wart is this game's Bowser. He's the big bad. But instead of being a black magic turtle, he's a nightmare frog. Anyways, we have been waiting for your arrival. Please defeat Wart and return Subcon to its natural state. The curse Wart has put on you in the real world will not have any effect upon you here? Wait, what? What curse has been placed upon us? Did I miss a piece of text? Nope, that just came straight out of nowhere. Remember, Wart hates vegetables. Yep, I'll be sure to write that one down. I'm sure it will come in handy later. Please help us. Well, that's a lot to ask, but we've been given stranger calls to adventure. Let's go save the Subcons, who are the residents of Subcon. Something that this intro does not mention. Oh my goodness, there's another whole page and a half of this? At the same time this was heard, a bolt of lightning flashed before Mario's eyes. Stunned, Mario lost his footing and tumbled upside down. He awoke with a start to find himself sitting up in his bed. Wait, was the bolt of lightning in the dream or was it in real life? This is not helping my confusion. To clear his head, Mario talked to Luigi, Toad, and the princess about the strange dream he had. They decided to go to a nearby mountain for a picnic. You know, as you do after explaining to your closest friends about your recent insane fever dream. After arriving at the picnic area and looking at the scenery, they see a small cave nearby. Don't enter that cave. I've seen one too many YouTube videos on this topic that makes me think that's a terrible idea. When they enter the cave, of course they do, to their great surprise, there is a stairway leading up, up, and up. It is exactly like the one Mario saw in his dream. They all walk together up the stairs and at the top find a door, just like the one in Mario's dream. When Mario and his friends in fear open the door to their surprise, what is that sentence? The world that he saw in his dream spread out before them. Is is that it? No, 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 no. There's got to be more information. What is Wart's curse on us? Are we in a dream or are we not? What Christopher Nolan level of storytelling are we at here?